Calvin, let's move on to West Iron County. They had a huge win over Frankfort last Saturday. I was actually at the game. It was very cold. It was very snowy, but what a game it was. West Iron County, you went into the game, you heard the name Jace Brockhagen a lot, and he had a great game, don't get me wrong, but it was Austin Person who really shined in my eyes for the Whitecons. He broke off big run after big run. Anytime they actually really needed, when Frankfort was getting a little momentum, I feel like he kind of shut the door on that momentum a little bit, just making the plays. Quarterback Neil Tomasowski, he made a lot of big plays as well, sealed it on a long run there in the fourth quarter. Overall, I was just super impressed at just the toughness. I don't think Frankfort was really ready for that snow. Let's be honest, it was cold. They had guys vacuuming the field, blowing the snow off the field before the game and at halftime, but just a wonderful atmosphere there. The whole community that came out. I drove through Iron River. It was my first time actually, taking a ride through Iron River, and there were signs everywhere.
And you found the stadium.
I found the stadium this time. I actually went to Iron River I think it was last week. I got lost, so I was actually able to make it this time. So, overall, just a huge win. I think it was a good team win. It wasn't just one guy. It wasn't just Jace. It wasn't just Austin. I think it was a team win. They scored on defense. They had this really nice pick six. Again, Frankfort just being affected by that snow. Overall, it was just an impressive victory. I was really, really impressed by the Whitecons.
I think it's safe to say that it's nothing too flashy when you look at West Iron County football. I mean, when they need to get the job done, they just go in there and get the job done. They're a reliant football team, a rush-heavy football team, and their defense has really stepped up to the plate in recent weeks in these playoff games, and it's very impressive to see how far the Whitecons have gone this season. And shout out to all the dedicated student parents out there with all the heaters, helping heat up that student section and keeping those students warm, because you know what, those students out in the bleachers are just as important as the students doing battle out on the field.
And another thing, you talk about community support. 20 local businesses in Iron River bought 150 tickets for the students. So the students got to come in free, and they got to cheer on that team. It was a very great atmosphere. So shout out to all the local businesses also helping that team and the students in the community just come together and root on this team as they make another great run. So. All right, so moving on to the Whitecons game this week. It's this Friday against Saginaw Novell. The elements, they're not going to be a factor, so they're going to be playing in the Superior Dome. No elements here, so it's going to kind of even it out a bit. West Iron County, they were lobbying for this game to be played at Marquette Senior High School, I heard. Obviously, that didn't happen. So they're going to have to go to the Dome. So
I guess they liked the snow too much the other week.
I guess so. It's a good advantage for teams up here in the UP, for teams to come and travel up here. So I could see why they were doing it. But they're going to have to stop a lot of firepower that Saginaw has. And it's led by senior quarterback Tate Hosbeck. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm pretty bad at names. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. He's completed 145 out of 245 passes for 2,377 yards and 25 touchdowns, so very productive. Last week they played Alcona. He completed 13 of 20 for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also carries the ball so he can run 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. So they got a guy under center that's leading this team. He's a senior, so he's not going to be the moment's not going to be too big for this guy. So definitely a guy they're going to need a key on. And they're going to have to play balanced defense again. This guy can pass it, he can run it. So definitely need to look out for him.
Well, another player that the Whitecons are going to have to look out for is Kenny Kajawa. This kid is a big outside linebacker. He was voted the Saginaw area Player of the Week in their district final just 2 weeks ago.
And they have a 1-2 punch in the backfield with Josh Kulagowski, another guy that can, break away big plays at any moment. So just a lot of athletes on that side of the ball.